The Mazda RX-7 FD is one of the most beautiful Japanese sports cars ever built. It could embarrass a Porsche on a mountain road, outhandle a Corvette through the corners, and do it all with an engine that has no pistons, no cylinders, and no camshaft. But here is what even the biggest RX-7 fans almost never talk about. This car was hiding secrets from day one. These are 10 weird facts about the Mazda RX-7 FD that even hardcore fans do not know. Number 10. It did not launch as a Mazda at all. When the third-generation RX-7 debuted at the 1991 Tokyo Motor Show, it was not sitting on a Mazda stand. It was displayed under the Efini brand, one of two premium sub-brands Mazda created during Japan's economic bubble of the late 80s. The car was marketed as the Efini RX7, not the Mazda RX7, for years in the Japanese domestic market. Even crazier, the car was unveiled on a rotating platform shaped like a Wankel rotor, a triangular spinning stage for a car powered by spinning triangles. Mazda knew exactly what they were doing. Number 9. Those pop-up headlights were not a style choice. Every car enthusiast loves the FD's sleepy eyes, but Mazda did not add pop-up headlights to look cool. They had no choice. The nose of the FD sits so incredibly low to the ground that fixed headlights could not meet road safety height regulations. The bonnet line was dictated by the tiny rotary engine sitting deep in the chassis, and that gave the FD a profile so slim that conventional headlights simply could not fit. The pop-ups were the only engineering solution that allowed Mazda to keep that aggressive, ground-hugging stance. Style born from necessity. Number 8. The engine was literally designed to burn oil. If you own an RX-7 and you are not adding oil between changes, something is probably wrong with your car. The 13B RU rotary engine uses an oil metering pump that deliberately injects engine oil into the combustion chambers. This oil lubricates the apex seals, the small strips of metal that maintain compression as the triangular rotors spin inside the housing. Without that constant supply of oil, those seals would wear out in a matter of months. A healthy FD will consume roughly 1 quart of oil every 1,500 to 2,000 miles. That is completely normal and by design. The engine needs to burn oil to survive. Number 7. Its official power figure was a lie. In 1992, the Japanese automotive industry was operating under what became known as the Gentleman's Agreement. Every Japanese manufacturer voluntarily capped their advertised horsepower at 280 PS, regardless of what the engine actually produced. The RX-7 FD was officially rated at 255 horsepower in its earliest form, climbing to 276 horsepower by the time production ended. But independent dyno tests consistently showed the 13B RU making well above those numbers. The Gentleman's Agreement was not a law. It was just an unwritten rule. Mazda, along with Toyota, Nissan and Honda, were all quietly breaking it while keeping the official paperwork in check. Number 6. Mazda only sold it in America for 3 years. Although the car was in production from 1992 all the way to 2002, the FD RX7 was only available in the United States for the 1993, 1994 and 1995 model years. High pricing, the rotary engine's reputation for reliability concerns, and a market that was rapidly shifting toward SUVs killed American sales. In the United Kingdom, the situation was even more dramatic. Mazda slashed the price from £32,000 down to £25,000 in 1993 to try and move cars off dealer lots, and the company even refunded the difference to customers who had already bought one at the original price. From 1992 to 1995, only 210 FDs were officially sold in the entire United Kingdom. Number 5. It was born from a LE man's victory. In June 1991, just months before the FD went on sale, the Mazda 7e7B did something no car with a non-traditional engine had ever done before. It won the 24 Hours of Le Mans. That victory remains, to this day, the only Le Mans win by a car not powered by a conventional piston engine. The 787B used a 4-rotor version of the Wankel engine, and its success gave Mazda the confidence and the marketing ammunition to launch the FD with a twin-turbo Rotary as its centerpiece. Mazda even released a special edition of the outgoing FC RX7 called the Winning Limited to celebrate the Le Mans victory. Only 1,000 were made. If you are enjoying this video, consider subscribing. We cover classic Japanese cars every single week. Now back to the list. Number 4, it used a rigid backbone borrowed from the Miata. One of the cleverest engineering details on the FD is the power plant frame. It is a rigid aluminium beam that physically connects the transmission to the rear differential, turning the entire drivetrain into one unified structural unit. This drastically reduced drivetrain vibration and improved the car's responsiveness under acceleration and braking. The same concept debuted on the original Miata, but on the FD, it played a bigger role because of the higher power output and the car's focus on track-level handling. The drivetrain did not just sit in the car, it was the car's spine. Number 3. Mazda engineers ran an obsessive weight-cutting program called Operation Z. While Wu Huangqin's design team was sculpting the exterior in California, the engineering team in Hiroshima was on a mission to strip every unnecessary gram from the chassis. They called it Operation Z, and it shaved roughly 250 pounds from the car's projected weight. The result was a curb weight of around 2,800 pounds in base trim, which was actually lighter than the outgoing FC generation, despite the FD packing a more complex twin-turbo engine. That obsession with weight, combined with the compact rotary engine mounted behind the front axle in a layout Mazda called front midship, gave the FD a perfect 50-50 weight distribution. It handled like nothing else in its class. Number 2, it carried the first mass-produced sequential twin-turbo system ever exported from Japan. The 13B Ru was not just another turbocharged engine. It pioneered a sequential twin-turbo setup that was revolutionary for its era. The first turbocharger spooled up from around 1,800 revolutions per minute, delivering immediate low-end response. Then at approximately 4,500 revolutions per minute, a series of electronically controlled valves opened to bring the second turbocharger online, providing a surge of top-end power all the way to the 8,000 revolutions per minute red line. The transition between turbos was engineered to be nearly seamless. This system was developed with help from Hitachi, and while it was brilliantly effective, it relied on a notoriously complex network of vacuum lines that earned the nickname the rat's nest among mechanics. Genius engineering that also happened to be a nightmare to maintain. Number 1. This iconic Japanese car was actually designed in California by a Taiwanese artist who drove a Jaguar to work. When Mazda decided to create the third-generation RX-7, they held an internal design competition between 4 studios in Hiroshima, Yokohama, Irvine, and Europe. The winning design came from the California studio, and it was the work of Wu Huangqin, a Taiwanese designer who had graduated from Art Center College of Design and had previously helped refine the original Miata. Qin drew inspiration from the Jaguar E-Type, a car he had loved since childhood and actually owned. His boss, Tom Matano, even parked a friend's Ferrari 275 GTB inside the design studio to serve as further inspiration. The goal was not to copy these European legends, but to create something with the same timeless quality. Qin's approach was to use flowing, undulating curves with almost no straight lines anywhere on the body. The result is a shape that still looks stunning more than 3 decades later. The fact that one of Japan's most celebrated sports car designs was born in Southern California from the mind of a Taiwanese artist inspired by Italian and British automobiles might be the most beautifully unexpected fact about this car. Between 1992 and 2002, Mazda built just 68,589 FD RX7s, making it the rarest generation of the entire RX-7 lineup. The final cars off the line were the Spirit R, limited to 1,500 units, fitted with forged BBS wheels, Recaro bucket seats, Bilstein suspension, and cross-drilled brake rotors. Mazda called it the ultimate RX-7. They were not exaggerating. If you found this video fun, consider subscribing, and we will see you in the next one.